I cannot express how much I enjoy this show. This is the kind of show that you can just watch for fun with your friends, have a party watching it. You'd honestly have drinking games in this show because it's like, it's that kind of show. I'm actually going to be reviewing Letterkenny, the series, and then also Letterkenny Season 8 because that just dropped and I just binged it and we got to talk about it. So again, if you haven't seen it, Letterkenny is basically about this small town in Canada and just follows the story lives of these separate groups that we got the Hicks, we got the Skids, we got the Jocks, and I can't really describe the other people. There's just so many of them. They're all piled in there. But you learn to love them. They're all lovable misfits, lovable idiots. They all do stupid things. Sometimes they say the wrong thing because it's Canada. I'm bashing on Canada too much. I need to stop. That's basically it. It just follows their lives, whatever they do, and like it's a story. That's basically it. It just follows their lives, what they do. It's not a documentary. It's a staged show, and it's written by two of the actors there. It's directed by two of the actors and other directors. It's really smart when it wants to be. Now, when it wants to dumb it down, it can't. It does. It's that kind of show. It doesn't care. There's no shame in it. They go all out. They will insult everybody and nobody. Now, if you're easily offended by anything, what are you doing on YouTube or on Earth? Basically, Season 1 was the intro season. We got to know them. Season 2 was them growing together. There's like life things that they were trying to move on from. Season 3 is, I call it the winter season because it's mostly snow or about I think, Season 5 was basically, I would call the love season. Everybody's experimenting with new beings, new people. They're kind of like falling in love. Season 6 was definitely the fun, the one where we show them as trying to be more proper adults in their lives. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The first 6 seasons were done by Crave primarily. It's a Canadian streaming service. Now that Hulu finally got the show and put it on their own streaming service, they decided to make Season 7 and 8 Hulu originals instead of Crave originals. And it's not a bad thing. You can kind of tell the difference. You can tell where Hulu took over. It doesn't feel the same at times, especially with the intros. It's not like as campy, witty, smart like some of the intros from past seasons where they're just like doing specific recaps of the past season. It's like really witty and it's really creative. But you still have to feel them still being involved. The original creators are still involved in it. Season 7 was a little bit more experimental, especially, like I said, Hulu was taking over. They were providing the funding, so Hulu still had a say in it. Season 8, though. Alright, let's talk about Season 8, because this is the one that just dropped. So Season 8 basically picks up where Season 7 ended, where it shows Wayne having his heart broken. And that is hard to watch. Everybody loves Wayne. If you don't love Wayne while watching this show, you're the worst. So this one still continues the tradition, okay? There's still a lot of quips, there's still a lot of foreplay, there's still a lot of innuendo jokes, there's still a lot of humor. It's all about the comedy, okay? It's all about the jokes that they make, the references, the fast-paced remarks that they all have. Like, if you miss a second, you're gonna miss a joke. You're gonna miss it all, and it ruins it. So you gotta be paying attention to it. It's really smart. So Season 8 does continue the tradition of Letterkenny, where it's all about the people. It's all about the characters. Now, in the beginning, it was more sporadic with the storylines. It was more random. The episodes weren't in a continuing lineage of one storyline. It has evolved into that, and each season come forth. Like, every season, there's a more specific storyline. You gotta follow it to the end. And it does that with this one. It follows 3 different storylines with the Hicks, the Skids, and the Jocks, okay? The Hicks are just trying to live their life, recover from the heartbreak. Skids are trying to become more buff, trying to fight someone, trying to become their own men. And the Jocks are trying to make it big time. They're trying to become more successful hockey players. Of course, all their stories interweb into one another, and they just follow one storyline. Eventually, they all become part of the same theme. They all drive towards the final end goal. And the finale for this one, once again, bravo. A heck of a cliffhanger, okay? It's like not a cliffhanger, but it is, and it's driven home. You're just like cheering, like, yes! Thank you! The soundtrack is basically like its own narrative for each season. It helps with the story being told, and it advances it in its own interesting way. Of course, the soundtrack here is still really good. It's still fun to listen to. It's still interesting. Each moment has its own different song. The genres are sporadic throughout the season, throughout the show. There's no one specific genre. It's not EDM, it's not rock, it's not pop, it's not even just country. It's all of them. Like, you will have maybe one of each genre per episode. Maybe. It's just that good. It's that creative. It finds the right song for the right moment. And at the beginning, you'll feel, Does it work? But then you'll feel like it does, because it does. I don't know how they do it. This is gonna be a little bit of a different review. So like I said, I'm reviewing the series first, and then I reviewed season 8. Now, they're both all great. It's still a great show. I recommend it. Now, the problem with it, here's the biggest problem. You can't take it all in at once, because it will become tiring. It will become repetitive. Like a lot of shows, you can't just binge it all. I mean, you can, but you will feel bored and then you find yourself zoning out, and it's just not that interesting anymore. You can't do that to a good show like this. And like in any other show, there's that one episode or two in each season that you can honestly just skip. Sadly, season 8 does have that, but they're still entertaining enough. They're still worth the watch initially, but if you go back to rewatch it again, like just for the entertainment of it all, you can probably skip that one. And if you remember, I don't rate my shows based on star ratings because it's a series. You can't really rate it. There's too many factors, okay? The movie is more simpler. It's brief, concise. The show is more complex. It drives it all. It stretches everything out. So here's my review for Letterkenny. Rating-wise for the series, I recommend that you take your time watching the whole series. Don't binge it all at one go because you will become tired of it. I say watch a season at a time, give it a couple days, like 2, maybe 3 days, and then watch another season, which leads into my season review. I recommend definitely binge watching season 8. Like I said, you should binge watch a season because it's only like 6 or 7 episodes a season, and then take a couple days, then come back to another season, take another couple days, come back to a season, because you don't want to go all ham on this show. You're gonna get tired. It happened to me in the beginning. I kind of got tired by like season 2. I was like, do I need to? But I pushed through because that's how good it is, okay? So that's what you should do. Take your time with the series, binge watch a season though at a time. There's my review for Letterkenny. I recommend that you do watch it. I recommend that everybody watches it. Let me know what you think about it below if you've already seen it, what you think of it, if you think it's smart like I do. If you don't agree with my rating, of course, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of it, okay? And let's have a conversation about it. I got time. Today's unofficial sponsor is Jack Daniels. For reasons on YouTube nowadays, I can't actually show a bottle. I drink Jack Daniels whenever I watch a show because I feel more sophisticated with it, okay? Personally, I like the Tennessee Honey Whiskey. It's one of my top favorites. It's my go-to. Add a little Coke to it, you got yourself a great drink. Jack Daniels. Alcoholism done right. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down there. Oh, you want to read a brief 1 to 2 sentence review on a movie that I've seen or am currently seeing? Well, you can just go to my Letterboxd account, link in the description below. It's right there. Have at it, my friends. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.